Dom, you're right. Thank you. Definitely turn down your audio. So I believe I'm coming in good. Let me know if I'm coming in too hot or what. I'm using a lavalier microphone this time. I don't normally do that. I wanted to try something different because this machine is so big. I think I'm going to be moving away from the microphone a lot. So I kind of just wanted to try that. So let me know if there's any issues. Nope, sounding good. Awesome. I did some pre-testing, so it should be good. But hello from Puerto Rico. Hello from Philadelphia. A bit more zoomed out, but I get it. Yep. I wanted to make sure we could get things in frame. So, all right, folks. Thoughts on the Ender 3 Max Neo? I haven't used one. Don't have anything to really give any good input on it. Sorry. All right, let's get to this. We have a hello from Israel. Welcome. We've got a big machine to be unboxing today. So much so. Hello from New York. Welcome to the stream, folks. Hello from West Virginia, 17 Cherry Tree Lane. Good to see you. That is what we're unboxing today. Sorry, TikTok folks, I can't really move the camera, but stream, you can see the TikTok camera. So yeah, that's what we're unboxing today. The Elegoo Neptune 3 Max. Big boy 3D printer. So I guess we'll just get into this because this is going to be a big machine and it's going to take up the entirety of my bench. So I might as well get to work on this thing. All right, let's move to, should I bring the box over here or should I don't know. I don't really know where to go with this. It's so big, I'm worried about it. So, yeah. This is the printer we are unboxing today. What printer is it? This is the Elegoo Neptune 3 Max. It's their big 3D printer. So, hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the stream. Let's get to building a 3D printer. I wish I could have an overhead camera for this one. It is on my list of things to do to build an overhead rig. But, yeah, I'm not happy with what I got at the moment. So, Addie's on the front. Thank you. I don't care. I don't hide my address because it's available on my contact page. It's a P.O. box. So, if you want that address, feel free to send me stuff. I appreciate the thought, though. Big old chunk of foam, of course. I'll get this over here. This is always the problem with the biggest machines is all this big stuff coming out of the box. All right. We got the, is there more in here? Yeah, there's more in here. Manual. Spare nozzles, though I guarantee you they're 0.4 millimeter, which is dumb for a machine this big. Oh, it came with glue stick. That's cool. I haven't seen a Elegoo machine come with a glue stick before. We got a spool holder, the pad mount for the touchscreen interface. I'm gonna, point the camera up a little bit here. Some instructions notice for setting up and setup, power cable, all 0.4, yeah. The wheel holders under the bed, yeah, I know Uncle Clayton, Uncle Jesse mentioned that. Come out of the box. Here's the Z and the gantry. Hey. Yeah, it's a little one, the little one. So I'm gonna put this off to the side for now. Ooh. Have to find a home for, oh my gosh, that bed. That bed is so big. Yeah, don't look into the LED bar. What's the print size on this one? This is 420, 420 by 420 by 500. So it's bigger than the Anycubic Cobra Max by 10, 15 millimeters on X and Y and 50 millimeters on Z. So that's a pretty big difference. And I already love that it comes with a PEI sheet. That was one of my gripes with the Cobra Max, that it came with glass. So let's get this thing the heck out of here. There's so much foam. I'm not mad about it, but I can already tell you from first impressions, this machine has a lot going for it. It's bigger than an ender extender. It is, yep. Yeah, the ender extender only goes up to what, 400 by 400? I forget. I have an ender extender, I think it's a 400 by 400 here. This has a lot going for it that the Cobra Max was lacking, in my opinion. Direct drive, let's get it built. Direct drive, bigger build volume. I like Elegoo's interface on their screens. It comes with a PEI coated sheet, and it's cheaper. This is $470 if you can get it. Of course, Elegoo's been really bad about having stock of things lately, unfortunately. Holy crap, this is heavy. I don't know if there's more in the, there's the rails in the box, the support rods, and not high flow enough. That's the big problem. The hot end is not high flow enough. I've already got CHT nozzles on order for this thing, but this is the touchscreen interface, uses a phone cord, RJ11. I'm sure it's not RJ11 pinout, but that looks like it. That looks like it. Don't give yourself a hernia. Yeah, especially all the machines I'm working with nowadays are getting bigger and heavier. Yeah. What do I sell my prints on? I don't sell prints for the most part. I don't sell prints often. I have my own store on my website that I sell things when I do sell things, but I generally don't. My designs are available for sale through authorized resellers. If you go to my links page, there's a link on my bio on TikTok, or in the links page, or in the description of this live on YouTube. If you go to my links page, mandicreally.com/links, there is a whole list of authorized resellers under the authorized resellers link. So those folks can sell you my designs. I think this camera needs a touch of focus change. Yeah, that looks better. I'm in focus now. All right. Jeez. Here is the printer, effectively. The base of the printer. Built my own 420 by 420 last year. Cost about 700 pounds, or euro. Make room for the monster. Yeah. I don't know where this is going to go, Uncle Jesse. I have no idea where in the studio this is going to end up. I put the Cobra Max in the basement because there's just no space in here. But yeah, whatever. Let's get those wheel things out of here. Where are they at? Oh, there they are. Little wheel chocks. Floor, yeah. Only place I could find for it, yeah. I'm moving benches around this week. He's got these little wheel chocks underneath it here so the wheels don't break under the weight of everything. But folks on TikTok, I'm hopeful. I might as well spoil it. I'm real hopeful we can do a bigger barrel now. The Cobra Max let me down too much. I think this machine, we might have a chance to do it. It's funny, they give you an ultra long wrench for V-wheel adjustment. You're gonna have to. It's hard for me to fit my hand in there and get these out of there. Let's camera angle. Yeah, see, it has these little chalk things. They're 3D printed wheel chocks that hold the V-slot wheels in place. Oh man, more barrel prints. Yeah, I think we have to. I think on a machine like this, we just got to go for it, you know? All right, let's get into the electronics box and see what's going on under there. Do you have an overhead light? Yes, mine does have an overhead light. Does yours not come with one, Clay? Woo! Don't damage the wiring. Damn, don't have a shelf not large enough for that. That's a thing that people need to consider when they're talking about machines like this, is I understand that a lot of people want... Oh, do I have an overhead light in the studio? No. No, I want to add one. I'm going to build a whole overhead rig for this bench so I can put a camera and light in. But no, actually the light I intend to use is underneath the bench right now. Lighting's good. I just got two giant soft boxes, one to each side of me. What's the dimensions? 420 by 420 by 500 millimeters. All right, let's get into the electronics box if we can and take a look at what's going on underneath here. Yeah. There's a lot of screws to get in there. We're gonna do it, but there's a lot of screws to get in there. It wouldn't be one of my streams if we didn't take it apart before we put it together. So let's get to it. Yeah. Waiting for shipment. Awesome. I can see a 60 millimeter fan right here for cooling the electronics. I like to see that. This is not the Cobra Max. This is the Elegoo Neptune Max, Neptune 3 Max. So it's actually bigger than the Cobra Max. I have a Cobra Max. It is touchscreen, yes. This is where the electronic screwdriver comes in. Yeah. How you doing? I'm doing all right. It's a little warm in here, and I don't want to go away from the stream to turn the heat down right now. I guess it's warmer outside than I thought it was. Not really, it's 42 out there. Do I spoil what's inside? I know what's inside, honestly. I just want to see it. At this point, it's kind of a thing on my stream. We gotta open it up, right? I feel like others just put them together and get them running. I gotta take it apart. And yes, there are a lot of screws underneath it here. I love the LTT screwdriver, but I don't know about this. Warped bottom panel. Yeah, well, as a fact, this amount of press work, this press detail causing a stretch issue there, the indents being cut out there, it makes sense. I love the color of this frame. It's got this bluish anodizing on the frame. I love that. It looks a lot cooler than just like a generic black everything frame. Don't get me wrong, I liked the original Neptune 3, and isn't just the Neptune, or the Neptune 2 and the Neptune 3 just a black frame, which is nice with like the closed off panels, not all the slots, but this has a good look to it. Have I thought about getting a chocolate 3D printer? No. I don't have any interest in getting a chocolate 3D printer. I'm hoping to have Ellie on really soon. We've been talking about doing an interview kind of situation where she brings her chocolate 3D printer over and we do a video. I need some crazy SOB to Core XZ mod this. You are looking at a crazy, you know, so we'll see. Would you recommend the Cobra Max for a beginner? Absolutely not. I absolutely would not recommend. There are multiple problems. I understand why people want to go with big machines for their first machine. People want something that's not going to limit them on size. I totally understand that. You don't want to end up with a machine that down the road is holding you back. I get it. But the bigger the print, the bigger the problem. You're going to run into more issues with bed flatness, with failed prints that used 2 kilograms of filament because you just didn't know any better. And that's really hard. I do not recommend starting on a big machine. Get your feet under you, learn on a smaller machine, and then move to a bigger machine when you outgrow the machine you have. You can do a lot with a smaller build volume. Failed prints on a bigger fails, exactly. And the bigger the machine, the bigger the problems. The more likely things are to go wrong, in my experience. And or the longer prints. When you're doing a 7-day long print, the chance that the power goes out or something goes wrong is just way bigger. So, all right, bottom panel to reveal what I'm sure is just interesting. Unplug the fan by accident. is nothing. I kind of figured that. We got a whole lot of not much in here. So a couple of extrusions, 500 watt power supply, a external MOSFET for the bed. That's good to see, rather than bringing power all the way over here from this main board. 235 by 235 is a great starting place. An Ender 3, that size of machine, great starting place to learn. And a Robin Nano V2.2. A ZNP Robin Nano, aka a clone. They don't use official MakerBase boards. Can you print a wearable Mando helmet on an Ender? Standard size Ender, no. Maybe an Ender 3 Max. Ender 3 Max is probably an okay size to start with. Just this big is asking for trouble. So let's take a look in here. We've got ferrules on the connections to the board. That's awesome. Otherwise, pretty well terminated inside of here. Ferrules. Nicely crimped connections on the power supply. I don't love that these wire, they're okay. They're just draped over this extrusion in here. Feels a little haphazard, but it's okay. Depends how small your head is. That's a fair point too, Dom. Do you think the X1 Carbon is a good third printer? I want more colors. I will say the X1 Carbon is the best multicolor printing experience that I have worked with to this point. If you want multicolored printing, at this moment, I don't think there's a better option than the X1 Carbon with the AMS system. So there's that. I'll be doing my review. I know Uncle Jesse just did his review of the Carbon, the X1 Carbon, his 6-month review. I'm going to be doing one too, probably like 6 months later with the X1 Carbon. I'm going to be doing that review pretty soon. The electric screwdriver, you can find a link to this in the description of the live stream. Down in the description of the live stream, you can find a link to this. It's an affiliate link, but it's iFu, I believe is the brand. All right, let's put this back on. Take the drawer out. It does have a drawer in the front of it for holding consumables and stuff. I like that. And it actually slides into the bottom panel, oddly enough. I wish the wire on this cable was a little longer for the fan. What about the MMU upgrade for the Mark III? Nope. The MMU upgrade for the Mark III is just too many problems. If you don't get the tip just right on those connections, you're fighting yourself. I'll tell you folks, I do have on order the parts to build an enraged rabbit carrot feeder. Have you heard of the Positron? Positron V3 yet? I don't know about the V3. I know of the Positron. I do have, getting off. I do have parts on order to build an enraged rabbit carrot feeder for my Vorons and or any other machine I feel like using it on. I don't know when I will have time to build it, but I ordered the parts when there was a sale on them last week from, I think, Physect or whatever it is. And as far as the Positron, I really want to build a Positron. It looks really cool. I saw it at EARTH in person, and I was really pumped on the idea. I need to reach out to Jason, LDO Motors, because LDO is supposed to be coming out with a kit for Positrons, a build kit, and I really want to build one. So I want to reach out to Jason about that, but I've got to get through a handful of projects first. You have a Neptune 2S and you're loving it, you want a larger build volume. Next month, you're probably going to be hard-pressed to pick these up. I'm worried that there's going to be inventory issues with these machines currently. Elegoo has been kind of bad about that as of late. That said, if you like the Neptune 2S, I'm not going to tell you to buy this, but I think you'll probably be liking it. So, how's the build process? We haven't even started it yet, so. Haven't even started it yet, don't know. So far, it looks like it's mostly assembled. We've got to put the Z axis on, and we've got to put on the Z support rods, and that's it. So, good. I think the build process is good. this is definitely a time where this screwdriver comes in handy. I like the LTT screwdriver, but this makes my life a lot easier. Would I recommend an enclosure for printing TPU and PETG? No. There's no need for that. You don't need an enclosure. I've printed thousands of hours of TPU without an enclosure. Or not TPU, sorry, PETG. And TPU. TPU as well, but I printed a lot of PETG without an enclosure. You don't need it. What screwdriver is this? There's a link on my links page to my Amazon affiliate store. You can find it there. First print outside of the included Buddha is a standalone stand for the display to move it somewhere else. That's cool. Do I prefer the iFixit screwdrivers or the iFixit? I like the iFixits, but they're not ratcheting. I keep them right here on my bench, iFixit screwdrivers. I like them, but they're not ratcheting. So they're really good for like precise work, but the LTT screwdriver is just really handy for a lot. I've ended up using the LTT screwdriver a lot more than I ever thought I would. Is there only difference between the Neptune 3 Pro and the 3 Max, the size? To my knowledge, that's the only difference. Yes, it's got the same extruder, the same hot end, same electronics. So size maybe, and the power supply for the bed probably, due to the increased size. But that's, to my knowledge, the only difference. Honestly, detrimentally so. This should have a higher flow hot end in it, but it doesn't. Any replacement build surfaces for the CR10 S5 that aren't over $100? Look on AliExpress. Energetic PEI sheets probably aren't. You might be hard pressed on that. It's a lot of material. It's just a lot of material. That's all there is to it. I would look on AliExpress at like energetic PEI sheets though. That's what I would recommend. Massive in size. It is massive in size, that's for sure. So, all right. Boop. Yeah, the thread locker on the, I saw Adam's post yesterday on that. All right, let's get to work on putting the Z-axis on this damn thing. I'm gonna do that for a second. Grab the Z-axis. Oh, this is light compared to the machine, to the base. The base has got some serious heft to it. Serious heft to it. All right, let's find the screws for this before I get to it. Go for screws here. There they are. That was easy. That was easy. What are these for? Oh, the screen. But here's the ones for the Z-axis. That's what I really need at the moment. Where'd I get that screwdriver? Amazon. Sounds like your ugh. Is the direct drive? I don't know what the direct drive setup on this is. It looks similar to the Sprite inside of there, heatsink wise, but I don't know other than that. Glad to see it has Z braces. I don't know how I feel about that, honestly. Okay. Up we go. Here's the problem with big machines. Building them. Putting them together. I can't tell how large the heater mat is on the bed and or PCB because there's an insulation sheet over it, so I don't know. This is a good place for the LTT screwdriver. This is a good place for the LTT screwdriver. move you over there. Sorry, folks. It's way too difficult to get this into the shot, so. Wi-Fi module on the Neptune 2S. I don't use Cura, and that's about the only way to send stuff to the Neptune, so I don't know. Come on! Create the future with Elegoo. Let's get this thing up here. Sorry if you folks are hearing me huff and puff on this. I'm not used to using a lavalier microphone anymore. Oh, you can do the MakerBase Wi-Fi through Purchase Slicer now. Okay. It is huge. It is. Let's get to this. All right, those are tight. Jesus. It is way too hot in the studio. Jesus. Gosh, that bass is heavy. Whew. Okay. Ay, 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 ay. Where are those connections? Right here. All right. Electrical connections down here at the base. Whoa. To be made. Neptune 3 Pro, valid for a beginner. Yeah, that seems like a solid option for a beginner, yes. You got the build volume that's going to work for you, direct drive, auto bed leveling. There's a lot of things going for that machine at that price point. So yeah, I can get on board with that. All right, filament detector set up or plugged in. Get the Z-axis motor connection over here. Boom. All right. Here's the other problem with bed slingers this big. It does have a belt. It does have a belt up here syncing these Z-axes. I don't know why manufacturers do that. It doesn't make any sense. It's not going to keep them. It'll keep them maybe from like slightly skipping a step, maybe. But honestly, I could probably force it past that pretty easily. I'm not going to try, but I feel like I could. All right, where does this go cable routing wise? We've got the Y-axis motor up here. Let's tilt you folks up so you can actually see the top of the machine. Z-axis motor. What's this connection? Or X-axis, sorry. X-axis motor, X limit switch. I love that. You go around here. Boop. Boop. Plugged in. And then a single connection to the hot end. Where's the filament runout sensor? I mean, I see where it goes, but I don't see where it was in the box. Connected. Seat this stupid cable into its little holder. All right. Maybe useful when the machine is off. Yeah, that seems accurate to me. The belting would keep it in sync if you manually move things a little bit. Just want to look for if it says like a better cable routing if I'm not missing. Feels to me like that's going to create a should that have gone under here? Probably. Yep. Okay. Disconnect that. Thought your 350 Voron was big. Yeah, this is a freaking beast. It makes my 300 Voron back there look like a bit of a joke. size-wise anyway. Come on, connection. This is annoying. There we go. Just got to get it in the right spot so the key locks in. Anytime now. Uncle Jesse just made his video yesterday, I believe, or it went up yesterday. His video just went up yesterday. This makes the Vorons look reasonable, yeah. My Voron back here looks like a... There's my Voron right back there, the 2.4, which... There is my Voron V0. Ugh. There's my Voron V0 on the bed. So it could print a Voron V0. I really like this frame color. I do love this. I do like this frame color. When is this available? I don't know. I don't have any information on that. It's on their website now. The machine is on their website now, and I would look for it and just watch to see when it goes on, but or it becomes available. Here's an Ender 3. Spool holder's hitting, but there's an Ender 3. For $470, this thing is absolutely a steal. This is insane for that price. I haven't run this machine at all, and I can easily say that that price is insane. Very, very competitive. Very good. All right, let's get the spool holder on the top and the pad on the side so we can get printing. Yeah, I wish Elegoo does not seem good about their pre-ordering. They're not doing a very good job with it. I mean, I guess it's better than them overselling. They could be doing that. You know, they could just be selling everything and not worrying about it. How rigid is the Z without braces? Very. It's quite solid without braces. I don't even know if I'm going to put the braces on. Honestly, I never tightened the braces on the Anycubic Cobra Max. A well-designed system really shouldn't need braces. All right. That. All right. And I wish I had a need for a printer this big, yeah. Put the braces on, you rebel. Sidewinders are awful with wobble. That's interesting. Okay, let's put this on here. And one more connection, or one more screw. Boop. They might miss out because they're farting around. You know, that's a thing. These companies come out with cool things, but then they just don't have inventory or availability. And our little phone connection right there. We'll dial up this machine. All right. And filament runout sensor. Where is that? Is it in the bag? It is in the bag. Filament runout sensor. I don't know what this extra, there's a couple of screws in here. I don't know what they're for, but eh. That printer is to the max. Yes, it is. Have I seen the new Ski Ride 2 RC snowmobile? I have not. I wanted to build, one of the projects I wanted to do, unlike the 3 Pro, this one turns the fans off when idle. That's nice. I wanted to build one of those RC snowmobiles as a project video on YouTube this year, but it hasn't snowed. We've gotten snow like once in Philadelphia this year, so I haven't even bothered. Boop. All right, filament runout sensor. And you are too far away. I gotta move closer to it. Oh, this is annoying. You're annoying. Where am I? There my hex. I need a ball hex to get to the frickin' screw. 3 or 2.5? There we go. That's annoying. It's got this free-floating filament sensor, but it only reaches so far with the wire. All right. All right, all right, all right. Braces. I'll put the braces on. I'm not loading them up, but I'll put them on. I'll put them on. Okay. I'm cutting them out of this plastic. Get out of there. I hate this plastic on printers. Make a racket fucking getting this stuff out of here. Okay, there we go. I have not triggered my Apple Watch yet. Thanks for saying it. It'll probably happen now that you have. Now that you said that, it'll probably happen. Let's put this brace on here. How does this compare size-wise to the Cobra Max? It's 20 millimeters larger on X and like 15 millimeters larger on X and Y, and 50 millimeters taller on build height. So this is 420 by 420 by 500. I don't know if that's an accurate measurement of its size yet, but that's what they're claiming. And don't worry, I will push it to the limit and find out. I will push it all the way. Don't scratch that baby. Meh. Okay, one on there. This blue is really pretty. 426, 426, 510 in slicer. That's dumb. Why undersell it? 426, it's a Hemi. This machine's a Hemi. It's got a Hemi in here. This one's a little bent. This rod end's a little bent. Oh well. Whew, this one's got some fucking tightness on it. Am I solely using Soft Fever lately? Not solely, but mostly, yes. I have mostly been using Soft Fever as of late. I probably won't on this machine, but I have been using the Soft Fever fork of Bamboo Studio with my Vorons. Surprised there isn't a meme with a 420 by 420 by 690 build volume. That is not a bad idea, Dom. It's not a bad idea. I'm not generally one for like meme things, but I've got some 40/20 extrusions around here. I do like this color, but that would be funny. All right, I think we are ready to get to the point of setting this up and freaking printing. All right, power. I don't see anything I've missed. That's a little whoopily, but oh well. But yes, I have been using the Soft Fever fork of, let the smoke out, yeah. The Soft Fever fork of Bamboo Studio with my Vorons and with the X1 Carbon the last week or so. Oh, and Reanimaker I have set up in there too. 300% Cali Dragon, that's a fun idea. We're not doing a big print on this stream, I can tell you that. Unfortunately, we are not doing a big print on this stream. Oh, power supply's not switched. I bet, oh, no it is, okay. How would I even get to that? I don't think I can. That's dumb. I can't access the power supply externally to flip that switch as the bed goes flying. Yeah. Wasn't expecting the amount of purge. Yeah, the purge is a big thing. Did I see your huge print? No, Dom, I missed it. I saw you were starting one, and I don't think I've seen it since then. All right, I'm going to heat up the bed. I like to level when the bed's hot. So let's get, I just hit the bed to 60 degrees Celsius. I love that I have a number pad on this screen. Let me, bet the Z offset's the first thing. Yeah, that's going to be important here. I love that this, one thing I like about this new screen from Elegoo is I can tap that and it brings up a number pad that I can actually set in number, like temperatures, 60 degrees, boom, go. I don't have to keep doing the hit the up button over and over like I did on the Neptune 2. I hated that. Dom does have this printer. Yep, Dom has one of these as well. Elegoo has been hard on this machine. They've really been sending it to a lot of folks. This bed could double as a guillotine. The bed is serious. How thick is the bed? I know somebody asked me that a while ago. I didn't answer. Let me grab calipers real quick. They're over there on the other desk.
I didn't get that.
Hey, there's again? Siri kicked in. Go away.
I'm not sure I understand.
Hey, it had to happen once in a stream. It's a 3mm thick bed, so it's thicker than the Cobra Max. That's good. 3DHP, welcome, hello. Bamboo bed is thick. The bamboo bed is mostly plastic. I actually don't know what the actual bamboo bed looks like. I do like that this has stiffener brackets for the bed, so this is 3mm thick, and it has stiffener brackets and insulation under the bed, yes. What temp are we at already? We're at 40 degrees Celsius now. Siri's here. Siri finally came in. All right, we got to level the bed manually, which I like personally. It's got 6 leveling wheels that we level manually, and then we can do auto level after that. What's it running for auto level? Nozzle probing? Nope, it's got a proximity sensor back here. It's got a proximity sensor. Okay. This bed's a little warm underneath my arms. When first running the machine, use a piece of paper, blah, blah, blah. Home it. Oh, we want to go to level. After completing the auxiliary level, then we'll do an auto level. It has auto leveling with a tiny inductive probe, but on a bed this big, I like that it has manual adjustment. I don't feel, especially on these thinner beds, that they make... Auto leveling is not a replacement for manual leveling. It's the best way I can put it. It's not. It's a band-aid. In many cases. Yeah. I know. It's too hot in the studio. I might as well put my arms on the bed. Okay, let's go ahead and level this thing. Level. Confirm. You're all the way up. Thank you very much. As with so many machines, when the bed's coming back, it's going to punch me in the chest. As with so many machines, yeah, you're all the way up. I forget what I was trying to say. I don't know. Whatever. You have to manually tram the bed before you even think of using ABL. Yes. It's the way it should be. 2. Manually level, then use the probe to compensate for inconsistencies in the bed is the best way to go. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. This doesn't have any guides to hold to like bump the sheet into. I wish that was the case. Posted a photo of the inside of the screen on Twitter. Okay, Mobile Dom on Twitter. Mobile Dom on Twitter. I'm building a Voron V0 right now. Did the heatsink fan seem loose to you? No, mine fit in there pretty snug. Mine fits in pretty darn snug. The guides, I like that about the X1. I actually hate the ones on the X1. They're better than nothing. Like, having them is better than nothing, but they're too small. They need to be like even a millimeter taller on the X1 would make them more useful. So often they slip right past those stops on the X1. It drives me nuts. My bed on my Voron 2.4 and my Voron V0 both have hex screws for stoppers. Work great. Yeah, I'm not in love with these floppy... Oh, that's what I was going to mention. So many machines have... They need better cable management for these freaking things. I think there's a cable... Yeah, there's a cable organizer that might be to hold this onto the gantry here, but I feel like there needs to be one of those lanyard things to pull it up toward the top. Do you calibrate the bed with a piece of paper? I'm letting it home first, and then I will be doing that, yes. Cable organizer's there, but it really doesn't help. Yeah, I believe that. All right. Let's go position 1. I'm going to do position 2 first, actually, because I want to create or die. I want to manually level the middle of the bed first. That wheel is all the way loose, and this is not even close to dragging. That's not a good start, Elegoo. It didn't go down far enough, Elegoo. Not a good start. Not a good start. I do like... Yeah, this is all the way loose, and it's not even dragging. So the Z-limit switch, whatever the Z-limit is, needs to be dropped. But that's the probe. So this is the big one. I like that the menu, I don't think you folks can see it, but the menu for leveling like this is, yeah, that's a good call. I'll tighten everything down and then redo it. Do the Z offset, then do. That's a silly choice, but okay. Blah, blah, blah. Confirm. Oh, no, no, no. It wanted to go right into auto. They waited too long to drop it, so you got a V400. I mean, the V400's a heck of a machine, so. All right, let's try that again. Level. Confirm. Return to 0. Regret not saying yes to the V400. The V400 is available. I think it might be out of stock right now. I don't know. One second. I'm checking. Sorry if you get some noise. Okay. So Z offset it down. Yeah, it looks like I was supposed to do this first. My mistake. I like that I can go by 0.01 increments. Already a big improvement over the Cobra Max. I'm a little tight there, but I'm going to go with that. Confirm. All right, let's do number 2. All right, number 5. Sorry if you folks were listening to my last live stream there. I'm just trying to get a link for you quick. Yeah. Supposedly they're in stock on FL Sun's website. Here, let me drop it in the chat. Sorry for that terrible, terrible link I'm just sending you, but... Oh, it won't even let me. Lovely. I have a discount link for FL Sun. I think, yeah. Let's try it again. There we go. There's a discount link for the FL Sun. I think it's like 10% off or something like that. Audio and video are 100% better on TikTok? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. I need to power up my iPad real quick. Plug in my iPad. Is it worth upgrading my SR with a speeder pad? You could do whatever you want as far as getting a clipper instance on a speeder pad on a SR. I don't know if the FL thing, the speeder pad is necessarily worth it. It's nice. It's fine. All right. Yeah, I wish these weren't sold out too. I don't know why. Elegoo's got such a supply chain issue with their machines lately. All right, front corner. Hit. Had an FL Sun Delta, drove you nuts trying to get it to work with the stuff. Joel was telling me he had a lot of trouble with the V400. Joel was telling me he had trouble with the V400. I have had no problem with mine. Guess I'm lucky. I guess I'm lucky. All right, let's check number 5 again. I don't like that it automatically gets this finished if I was to go to the... There's no way for me to just keep doing this without completing the check cycle. Only reason I would consider the speeder pad is because the exorbitant price of Raspberry Pis. That's a solid answer. Raspberry Pis are overpriced as heck right now. All right, just going around doing a double check on this. Cool. 1. Double check my manual level. Yeah, see that could use a touch. No problems with your V400, except had to replace a thermistor. Did yours come with the thermistor? Mine came with a replacement thermistor, so there is that. All right. Confirm. Get to leveling. It's going to heat up, and now it's going to do the auto level process. What color do we want to print our first print in? What color do we want to print in? Let me grab a couple, let you folks decide. We got gray, red, sunshine from the folks at Cookie Cat. This is sunset. Sunset from Cookie Cad. And teal. Y'all pick. Project R3D coming in hot with a super chat. Thank you very much. Red's the only choice. Red, well, that is Project R3D. I'm sorry to say, I think Project R3D may have just skewed the results a little bit. Teal, teal, red, red, purple. I do like that purple. Are you gonna start leveling now? 3 degrees on the bed, then it's gonna level. Purple, red. I think we're going with red, folks. I think we're going with red. Maybe for the second print we'll do teal. I do love that teal. This is a great color. Polymaker teal, affiliate link in the description of the live stream. Red for stream visibility, that's a good thought. The teal would be good for that too, but that is a good thought. That's like the 3rd time it's caught the bed on this cable. I should probably put that on there. What are the bed dimensions? This is 420 by 420. eSun Fire Engine Red. That might be what this is. This is Inland brand. eSun, I think, makes a bunch of Inland filament. This is True Red. Teal works too. Project R3D with a super chat again. Thank you very much. Well, now I think it's kind of up to the masses. Put the bungee on the cable. I don't have a bungee. There isn't one. All there is this, which this cable tie is going to make it rub on the... That's dumb. Looks like it's going to make it rub on the Z-axis. Screw. Think they did 420 by accident? Well, since the whole actual measurement is 426, then yeah, probably. They were probably, I wonder if they really memed it. They were like, we might as well. We're here. Let's do it. Let's do it. We've got, this is a dumb clamp for this. You need a bungee. Absolutely need a bungee. This is a dumb clamp for this purpose. This machine absolutely needs a bungee. There's my first negative about this thing. There's my first negative here. Needs a bungee. 3DP UK, welcome. A long time no speak, welcome. Hello. Hey, it's all the way to the left. That tells me where I need this to be. Thank you. Yeah, see that? It needs a bungee. This thing really needs a leash. Because I'm at the point where it needs to be for it to reach as far as it needs to reach, and it's dragging on the bed right now. And there's nothing I can do about that. Nothing I can do about that. It does look dangerous. It looks like a fire waiting to happen. Or at least some torn up cables. Something like a lighter leash. Yeah, I might have to order something. Just sucks, yeah. It'll keep it from the bed snagging on the X-axis gantry wires, but it is direct drive. It is direct drive. But we are absolutely looking at a leash. Absolutely going to be looking for a leash. That's dumb. That's dumb. Like, I need that much of it so it can get all the way over here. Your first upgrade is a CHT. I've got some CHTs on the way for this already. A spring would help, yep. See, it's touching the bed now. Touching the bed back here. Leash. You need a leash. I'm going to put a leash on you. Jump on Amazon real quick and look for a leash. Zip tie a PTFE tube to it for now. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. But there's no place for a reverse Bowden tube to go, unfortunately. I gotta stop using my computer. What size nozzle does it come with by default? 0.4. Only 0.4. And it comes with replacement 0.4s. They really need to ship this thing with some 0.6 and 0.8 nozzles. I ordered 0.8 and 1 millimeter nozzles, so... Like the Anycubic Cobra Max, I didn't use anything except for 1 millimeter, pretty much. I used 1 millimeter, 1.2 millimeter for almost everything. Retractable key holder. Yeah, that's what I need. Stupid question, why not run the cord in the rails? That's where the belt is. The belt is inside of here and the wheels roll on it. There's not really anywhere for this to go in the rails. If it had a cable chain or something to guide it, maybe. Have a 0.8 Volcano in my Cobra Max. Yep. What program do I use for designing? I use Fusion 360. Do I prefer 0.6 over 0.4? No, I don't. I'm not in the camp of use 0.6 for everything. I use 0.4 mostly. I'm in the camp of Revo is awesome, so you can switch and make your nozzle changes like freaking a slicer option. I love that. Like 1, 2, 3. I'm removing a nozzle from a Revo right now. Hey, we got a level done. Come on out. Come on out. This one's really tight in here for some reason. But nozzle out, I love that. I quite love the Revo setup. You can check out Project R3D with their LGX Revo. Project R3D was in the house with their whole LGX Revo setup. I really like that little idea of just keeping a compact package. Cobra Max is Bowden. Yes, it is. This is direct drive, which I love. On a machine this big, I feel a machine this big needs to be direct drive. All right. Yeah, I feel like a machine this big needs to be direct drive. So, did you order straight from the website? I did not order this. Elegoo sent this to me. I didn't pay for this machine. It was provided to me by Elegoo. That said, I think right now you have to order direct through their website. I don't think they have them on, what do you call it yet? I'm going to look, see if I can find one of those cable leash things that'll work for this. My wire's stuck on me there. I got to find the plug. I can't see it. All right. Okay. We've got a variance. The worst variance is 0.29 millimeter. Wow, that's off. It's in the extreme corners. The extreme left front corner, it looks like, is 0.29 millimeter. That could definitely be improved, but all right, let's print something. The only thing on here is the Buddha. So I'm gonna load up this red filament for our first print. Immediate upgrade required, which I am a bit past with these printers. I do not blame you for that. I don't blame you. Get hit in the face with filament. Textured build plate. Yes, there's a smooth side on the other side. So it is textured on one side and smooth on the other. All right, we're going to print the Buddha. Out of stock on the website. Yeah, unfortunately. I'm not testing with TPU. Sorry if this is making noise. Hate SD cards. What's your thoughts on using USB instead of SD cards? I like your thought process. The only problem I have with USB sticks over SD cards is it's sticking out of the machine. It gives it something to break off. I think if every printer went to USB sticks, we'd have a lot of people breaking boards by hitting the USB stick and breaking their machine. I mean, that's what a lot of resin printers do it that way, and I always hate the USB stick sticking out of the side of the thing. Because, like, especially like my Elegoo Jupiter. My Elegoo Jupiter is a big machine, and then it still has a USB stick sticking out of the side of it. It's so annoying. This is ticking a lot of boxes. Yep. Oh, direct PC connection. Then you're relying on your PC for storage, and we're actually going backwards. That's how printers used to be. Am I going to put Magigoo on? Nah. I'm going to let it try. We'll see what it does. I'm going to give it a go without doing that. We'll see. When's my planned max off? I don't know. I've got to get time with this machine, and unfortunately with a machine like this, time means big prints. Will I compare this to the Cobra Max? I absolutely will. When I do the review of this machine, we will be comparing it directly to the Cobra Max. Absolutely. All right. Looked like we had some pretty damn good squish on that initial layer in the corner there. My printer squeaks when moving. I can already tell you this file was not sliced for this machine. This file was sliced for the Plus, and they just put the code on there. Don't want to be messing with leveling and looking at the Bamboo X1 for that reason. Yeah, it's good at that. The auto leveling is decent on the Bamboo X1. I hate that I cannot adjust. Base layers looking nice. I hate that I can't adjust the Z offset on the X1. That's the only thing I really hate about it. Let me make some camera angle adjustments real quick so I can get the perspective in here a little better for this print. Okay, one camera angle changed. Bloop. How's that one look? Two camera angle changed. All right, let me just do that. I hate how big this tool head is. I will say that. This tool head is so big, it blocks your view of the print area. I see it better from the back than I would from the front, I'm quite certain. I've got a clear shots of a nozzle from the back, but not in the front. May you ask if the Cobra Max is better than this? I cannot answer that yet. I have no... it's also big, so the LED casts a shadow. That makes sense. I wish it had LEDs on the tool head. It does have lights up at the top. Bloop. It's got lights up here. See if I can turn those on. Doesn't look like I can from... Oh, no, I can. Ah! That's bright. Dom, you were right. That's very bright. So, told you, yeah, it's light, it's bright. What kind of leveling probe is it using? It's using an inductive pickup, but a really cheapy inductive pickup. It's using the, what's a machine like this cost? That's one of the big things. This thing is $470. Unfortunately, it's not really in stock right now. $470 for a machine of this size is insane. It's like, that's like $150 cheaper than, well, it's like $120 cheaper than the Cobra Max is right now. If I mod this printer, what will be first? The tool head. If I mod this printer, the first thing that's changing is the extruder and tool head. I would put on, I probably will, honestly. I was going to mod my Cobra Max before this came out. I was planning to do a full Cobra Max build. And now that this came out, I don't think I will. I think I'll probably mod this one instead after I test it out and try it out. But I would probably put a BQH2 direct drive extruder on it with a Volcano heater block. What's the footprint size of this? Big, very big. Let's see. Ugh. It's like 2 foot by 2 foot on the base, but then you got to figure the bed goes forward and back further than that. So you're probably closer to 40 inches front to back. Wonder if the Nathan Builds Robots motherboard fits this. I'll have to reach out to him, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if it uses the same PCB setup as the S1. I don't know. I'll reach out to him maybe. Nathan was actually next to me at IRF. He was in the booth next to me at IRF. He offered to give me one of those at the time, his board, but I didn't have any machines that would have fit on it. It is a chunky Y belt. It's like a 12 millimeter Y belt. I like that. It's only using a single Y motor with a single gear on it instead of the dual gear drive like the Cobra Max, which honestly doesn't make much sense to me. I like being able to move the screen. That is nice. I know Dom showed on Twitter, he has his turned sideways on a table because it was the only way he could really fit it on a space in his office. So he was able to take the screen and then turn it toward where he would be facing the machine. Excellent. Running a four H2s in industrial applications. I run an H2 on my Ender 5 Plus right now. I like it overall. It's a solid option. So if E3D would come out with their high flow variant of the Revo, maybe I'd consider that on here. Is it silent? It's not silent. Hold on. Let me turn the music down. It's very quiet, but it's not silent. The loudest thing I would say is the part cooling fans. And the main sounds like the power supply fan. Revo High Flow is supposed to basically just be a nozzle swap. Yes, so I'm looking forward to that. I don't have any news on it or anything, but I am hopeful it's going to happen. You like the trend of the one cable? So yeah, I'm not a big fan of this whole ribbon cable thing personally. I worry about the longevity of the ribbon cable, but the tool head passed ugly miles back. Yes, it did. That tool head looks like it's like straight out of 80s sci-fi, thinking what the future is going to look like. Maybe 70s. It looks like a droid from the from Star Wars, like a utility droid or something. Or a freighter ship in a sci-fi movie. You know, a ship that didn't need to look pretty, just need to haul stuff. Weird quirk, the fans will stay on if the LED is on. That's weird. Huh. That's good to know. I'll look for that. Can you tell me how to fix part fans with dead wire? Replace them? Do I like this more than the Cobra Max? I like a lot of things going with it. Stop roasting the poor thing. Reminds me of a Cylon face. That's what I was thinking of. You're right. It does. That's what I was thinking of. I don't know if I like this yet. I can't say. It's way too early to say. There's a few things I definitely don't like about this machine right off the bat. Nozzle visibility is absolutely one of them. It's very, very poor. Nozzle visibility is terrible. This wire is currently dragging on the bed. The X-axis wire is dragging on the bed right now. But yeah. Why does the filament look so tight? It's because it's being pulled from the top. It is tight. The filament's tight because it's being pulled by the direct drive from the top. So, it is tight. I wish it had a reverse Bowden tube on it. It doesn't. I wish it did. Hope I make a comparison with Cobra Max. I will. Not in this video, not in this stream, but I will. Whenever I review this, we'll definitely be comparing the two of them pretty heavily. You'd be used to it. All right. Cylon from Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, that's what somebody was referring to. Yeah, the H2 is very awkward for part cooling. On my Ender 5, I have the part cooling fan behind the gantry, and it goes down underneath the gantry to come from behind it. So, hope you like the 10 meters of filament you get. Yeah. I don't love that. If you don't want it, I'll take it. Yeah. How was the out-of-the-box assembly? Very easy. Very straightforward. 4 bolts is really the bulk of it. Should have a moving LED on the head, yeah. What are you making? We're printing the Buddha print. This is the default Buddha print. Let's see if we can crank the speed up. 120%. 125%. I'm not going to push it much more than that. This is an awfully big machine. The filament runout sensor should be closer to the tool head. Absolutely. Agreed. See, the problem is for folks who aren't picking up on what those folks are saying, is the filament runout sensor is up there. It's up at the top. The filament runout sensor is up here. So when it trips, this whole length here is left over still. So that's a lot of wasted filament. What's the build volume? 420 by 420 by 500. Though I guess it's probably more bigger than that. Actually, I got a tape measure here. Let's measure it. How big could it be? Oh, the bed. Okay, the bed is 430 by 430. The bed's 430 by 430. So if we really could push it to the edges, maybe. And Z-axis, I don't know. Without the head up there, I can't really tell. Do you own any Prussias? I do not. I had a Prusia Mark III. I just sold it not too long ago. I have a Prusia XL on order. Make a bracket and move the run out. I could, but then I have to extend the wiring. My biggest print, I don't know offhand. The giant elephant probably. The 333% elephant that I did on the Cobra Max probably. Or possibly... This might be my biggest print. Kind of hard to see. This was printed on the Cobra Max. It's a vase I printed on the Cobra Max. Filled the build volume on the... Here's the thing. This print, this right here that I'm holding in my hand, filled the build volume of the Cobra Max. And you can see just how much more room there is on this machine. So, yeah. Gonna have to push this one to its limits too. If I sell any printers, tell you, I'm not gonna be selling any printers. So, here's the thing. When companies send me printers, I don't want to sell them because of the ethics of it. I don't want it to be able to be making money off of the printers that I'm selling, or that I'm getting, so that I can stand ethically on a platform of making no money from the machine itself. Excuse me. So yeah, I will be giving away machines. I absolutely already do that and will be doing more. It's big. They always just say it's big. Yeah, we will be directly comparing this with the Cobra Max when I do get to it. Anyway, yeah, I'll probably be doing like Joel in the not too distant future and doing like maybe in the spring we'll do a big giveaway. So unfortunately it'll probably be local. Maybe I can hook up with somebody like Micro Center or something and give them away. Proceeds to charity with a raffle. That's not a bad idea, except raffles, I would have to find a charity to run the raffle. That's the only thing, because raffles get really legally problematic quick. But if I could find a charity, a 401c3 or whatever the heck that could run it, sure. It's not a bad idea. I was hoping to find a school or makerspace to donate machines to, but I haven't had a lot of luck yet. Not every country allows raffles to be sent to. That makes sense. In the U.S., a private citizen cannot run a raffle legally. So, what do I suggest for a second printer? It really depends on what you're trying to look for. How much is this printer? It's $470 if you can get it. Elegoo.com, it's $470. So, I don't have any longer printers at all. So, nope, no experience with that machine. Sorry. Libraries, smaller ones need printers. Cool. Yeah, there's a makerspace like around the corner from me, but it's like a big corporate makerspace, like a chain of them, and like zero offense to them, but I don't want to donate to some company that could be, you know, buying their own. So the problem with asking what machine you should get, like the next machine or whatever, is I don't know what you need. Do you need bigger? Do you need like bigger machine? Yeah, it's hard for me to say what you should be looking at. I know somebody earlier was asking about like 4 or 5 different machines, which one I would recommend, but they all serve different purposes. So like this machine, big prints. If you want to do big prints, you need something like this. If you want fast prints, the Bamboo Lab X1 is cool. Vorons are cool. There's so many variables to it. Of all the machines you've dealt with, which seems to be the most reliable? The most reliable machine I own, the most reliable machine that I have had the least problems with, people never believe me, but it's my Ender 3. My original Ender 3, I put a quiet mainboard in it, and after that, that one mod that I made to it, after that, never had a problem with it. The only problems I ever had with that machine was definitely my own fault. So, I love the V0, but there's no way I'd recommend that as someone's sole printer. Absolutely, I love the V0, but it's so limiting. Like, honestly, most of the prints I do would fit on a V0. Nah, not most, but a lot. So, that printer can print an entire Iron Man chest piece. Yeah, it could. Uncle Jesse just posted his like overview of this machine yesterday, I think. And what did he print? He printed a chess piece of some kind on it. I'm not ready to recommend this machine. I can't say that this is a machine you can buy yet. This is literally the first thing I've printed with it, so I cannot say whether I would recommend this machine or not. That said, it is very enticing for the price. I don't know that there's anything out there that can compete with it on value, price-wise. So, Quiet Mainboard, which one? The official one? No, the Big Tree Tech SKR Mini E3 V2 is what I run in that machine. Print bed is huge. It is big. Do I know how to get the Sprite extruder working on the Ender 3 Max Neo? Nope, sorry, I have not set it up. Haven't set it up to say. The only machine I have that has a Sprite is the Ender 5 S1, and I've printed with that like one time. I printed with it on stream, and I haven't printed with it since. I have too many new machines to test right now, and it's really hard to find time to test them all. I need to stop saying yes to printers, but this one was just like it was too interesting to say no. What are they claiming speed? They haven't, to my knowledge. I don't think they've made any speed claims on this, and I'm glad for it. Too many companies are selling things based off of unrealistic speeds right now. We should really run a machine for like 2 months before we can give a true review. I agree with that. That's part of the hard thing for me is I like to get more time with machines when I review them, and a lot of people rush their reviews, and I understand it. I'm not blaming them for doing it. Dom, you said no to it and it still showed up. Yeah, I mean, that's a thing. I don't blame anybody for doing quick reviews because like people want to see this machine now. They want to know my opinion now. I get it. But I like to really try a machine out in a lot of different variables before I'm ready to review it. Try not to review something with less than 300 print hours. That's a solid mile marker. Yeah, because my month versus somebody else's month is going to be different. Could always send it to you. Yeah, sorry. Had to upgrade from the 4.2.2 for the 4.2.7 to get a Sprite working. All right. Problem with these machines is 300 hours is 5 prints. You're not wrong. You don't like talking about companies buying reviews with free machines too close to home. Okay, here it is. If I had to buy every machine that I reviewed, I would never be able to review machines. I'd buy like 2 or 3 machines a year. I'd be months late to reviews because I'm getting machines before they're publicly available. So you wouldn't get a review in a timely manner. And there's also a factor to that people don't consider. If I buy a machine with my hard-earned money, I automatically have a bias built in toward that machine because I don't want to have wasted my money. And that's a factor people don't consider when they're saying these things of you should buy every machine you review. Well, am I not going to be biased because I spent money on it? Is that not a factor that somebody's going to be like, well, I spent my money on this, I'm already invested in it. And if I was rich enough to buy machines where I didn't have to worry about the expense of said machines, then I have no concept of value. If I was making so much money that I could just buy every machine that came out and somehow get them ahead of their release date, then it's like somebody who reviews Lamborghinis isn't going to give a Honda Civic a good review despite a Honda Civic being a good car because their world is based around Lamborghinis. So the idea that we get bought off by getting free machines is so stupid. Offense to you. If you think that somebody is being bought off by machines, I mean full offense to you, you're an idiot. Because I'm not going to give up my audience, my credibility, my honesty because somebody sent me a $400 machine. I've bought $1,500 machines. Why would I care about a $400 machine for free? The only thing that I like about getting machines for free is generally it means I'm getting them ahead of release, so I have more time to work with them and I can give people an informed decision on their buying decision before they have a chance to buy it. That's what really matters. What machine is this? This is the Elegoo Neptune 3 Max, and it is $470 on Elegoo's website. Let's be real. A lot of good reviews are people who don't want to think they got ripped off. Absolutely. That's like everybody has a bias. Biases exist. If a reviewer cannot acknowledge that they have a bias, that's a problem for them. And there's a very good point. Somebody said people need to realize that a reviewer's time isn't worth a free machine. This is a $470 machine. I'm going to have to put in hundreds of hours on this machine, on the Anycubic Cobra Max. When I reviewed that, I probably spent $300-400 on filament. I probably spent $300-400 on filament reviewing the Anycubic Cobra Max. Half the value of the machine. That I don't get that money back for that. Like, you know, there's so many factors that go into this. Yeah, I'm sorry, folks on TikTok. I can get to the comments on YouTube a lot better. I'm sorry. Is the wiring and board just as bad as the Cobra Max? No. This is running the clone MakerBase board. This is running the clone MakerBase board, the Robin Nano V 2.2. So potentially this is a better board than the Cobra Max, in my opinion. It sounds like you truly understand the gravity of social media influence. I've been doing this for years. I've been doing product reviews on YouTube for 6 years now, and I don't take it lightly. I have burned bridges with companies numerous times. I don't think Anycubic will ever send me another product. Your business model is based on free machines. That is a bias. Everybody has a bias. Do I have a bias of free machines? Maybe. I don't know. I can't really say to that. My bias, I think personally, is my own preference of machines. That I have things that I like in machines personally that other people aren't going to like. I like direct drive in a machine this big. Other people might like a Bowden system. That's a factor. My business model is not based on free machines. Honestly, free machines are annoying. People don't like to hear that. I've got literally a pile of machines that I need to give away right now because they are taking up more space than they are worth. And they are in my way. I'm literally tripping over them. It's a problem. And people don't like to hear that, but it's the truth. And a machine this big is only going to take up even more space. So, yeah, I don't know. I can't give away machines fast enough, Dom says. Absolutely. I have more space than most people, and I like Philly cheesesteaks. That's my bias. I don't, personally. I'm not a fan of cheese, and I don't eat meat, so there's that. But, you know, to each their own. I'll take them. I'm going to be doing giveaways. I'm not going to do online giveaways, unfortunately. Those are way too problematic overall. What's my favorite machine? Hard to say at the moment. I'm kind of in flux on that. The Ender 5 Plus has been one of my favorites for quite some time. A heavily, heavily modified Ender 5 Plus. But I really like my Vorons currently. How do you feel the Neptune is holding in comparison to the Cobra Max? I think the Neptune has a lot of things going for it over the Cobra Max. It's got direct drive. It's got a bigger build volume. It's got the PEI coated sheet on the bed. I like the touchscreen better than the Cobra Max. But it doesn't have a hot, it doesn't have a high flow hot end. The high pawpaw bias. I do have a bias for pawpaws. I love pawpaws. Can I show the screen up close? Yeah, let's switch camera angles. Boop. See if we can get this in here. Here's the screen. So right now I'm on the speed screen. Boop. I can adjust filament temperature. Boop. adjust Z offset I could do live. I could turn off the LEDs right there. I could turn off the filament detector if that's throwing problems. I could turn off resume print too. Cool. We're at 38% on the little Buddha here. Should do the Hydra mod on the Ender 5 Plus. We are doing a Mercury 1 build very soon. I'm not doing the Hydra. I'm not doing Hydra, but I am doing a Mercury 1 build very soon. I am, that is one of the next videos on YouTube actually, is I'm doing a Mercury 1 build on my Ender 5 Plus. So that is coming. Do I have plans for making a Discord? No, I don't. Honestly, I just don't have the time. I know I don't have to baby a Discord. You know, the community here, you folks are great in the chat while we're doing this live stream of like talking with each other and helping each other out. I get that. But I would feel obligated to spend more time in there than I could really justify. We need a walkie-talkie feature for all Elegoo Neptune 3 models via the screen. All right. I don't know what you mean, Ben. What do you mean a walkie-talkie feature? Better go. Nice printer, though. Well, yep. Have yourself a good one. Thanks for being here. If you're giving away machines, we're going to figure that out. We're going to have to give away machines at some point here, but I don't know what we're going to do. Already too many Discord channels, yeah. Any plans of reviewing the Anchor Make M5? Hopefully. I don't know. They reached out to me. They offered one up, but I haven't heard back from them lately. They are supposedly sending me one. If they do, I'll review it, but I'm not buying it at this point. That's the other problem is this pre-recorded? No, it's not. Hi, TikTok. I'm sorry, TikTok. I just don't have time to split between two chats. Oh, so we can communicate. How's the print? Yeah. What are you dropping the Mellow Fly Gemini 2 V2 in? I saw you on their Discord. I did that a couple videos ago on YouTube. I put it in a Voron V0. I do have to say, the ability to remotely monitor prints is something that you start to get spoiled by. That is a big thing. And I do wish more machines had it. P1, you got a P1P and an AMS. Awesome. I hope it works out well for you. Hope that works out well for you. Make a giveaway. Here, the problem is I don't want to do online giveaways. I'm going to do machines, get rid of a bunch of stuff, but online giveaways are hard to manage, and then I have to pay to ship things, and like it gets sticky quick. Is this my full-time job? It is. This is my full-time job. Any thoughts on Formlabs printers? Expensive. I've never used one to say anything beyond that. Ben, It's Boy in Space, has one of the Form 3s. Ben's in the YouTube chat right now, or was. But I've never worked with one to say, sorry. Best suggestion for material to build an enclosure? Something fire resistant in the worst case scenario, but I don't really have any good recommendations beyond that. Have I considered having my own company? How so? I do have my own company. So am I ready to recommend the Neptune Max? I am not. I am not, but I'm impressed by it so far. Not ready to recommend it, but my reliability on the X1 Carbon with the mainboard fans. I have now had 2 of them go bad. I've had 2 go bad. Have I ever had a printer catch fire? No. It's great, but not what I use.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Series here again. Yeah, my X1 Carbon. I recently replaced the mainboard fan in it for the first time, and it is already bad again. In fact, I turned the Carbon off before this stream because it was way too loud. Stop spamming. Please don't spam. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't order these right now, unfortunately. Good printer for beginners. All right. I still like the Ender 3. I like a basic Ender 3 for a beginner printer, personally. I do. Sorry. But honestly, the Neptune 3, the basic Neptune 3 has already impressed me as a pretty solid basic situation. This does have filament run out. It's up here at the top. Looking forward to upgraded fan. Hopefully it lasts longer. Yeah. The price for one of these, this is $470 right now. Maybe mod the carbon with maglev fans. I'm going to mod the carbon. I think I'm going to design a new fan mount that moves the fan location and put in a Noctua fan probably. What's the long-term report on your Cobra Max? I've literally not used my Cobra Max since the review. Dom, thanks for being here. Always good having you. Yeah, Morph Mixology. I honestly haven't used the Cobra Max since that review. Not once. I have way too many other things going on. So, looking for a fast printer. What do you recommend? I mean, honestly, if you want fast and you just want to buy a machine, if you want to buy a machine and it be fast, you want a Bamboo Lab, honestly. So to say yours still works. Actually, mine is apart. I disassembled it to do something with it, to make some mods on it, and I never got around to it. Love the reference in the new Kyle Cup video. Thank you. The Elegoo Neptune 3. Honestly, I have an Elegoo Neptune 3, the basic Neptune 3, and I like it. I do like it. I like it better than the Neptune 2 by quite a bit. It's got the same touchscreen as this. It is Bowden drive, not direct drive. Auto bed leveling. I don't hate the Neptune 3. I'm not going to review that one, honestly, but I don't hate it. What are your thoughts on the Palette 3 Pro? Oh, you want to talk about something I do hate? If you want to talk about something I do hate, it's the Palette 3 Pro. I do not like that thing. Made me want to fix my Cobra Max. Have a good one. Yeah, I don't like the Palette 3 Pro. Honestly, it's just not reliable. It's done nothing. It'd be cool if the stock Buddha was bigger. Yeah, it would be. I find it adorable when these big machines come with tiny little prints on them, on the SD card. Yeah, the Palette 3 Pro, I'm going to be selling mine. Did I ever get to try the Anchor Make? Nope, haven't. They are supposedly sending me one, but I don't know. Is the build volume the same as the Cobra Max? No, it's actually bigger on this one. This is 420 by 420 by 500 advertised, but I think it's actually a hair bigger than that. What are your thoughts on Anycubic? They're fine. Like, their machines have a lot going for them. Like the Viper and the basic Cobras, they have good things going for them. Worst 3D printer I've ever reviewed. I never reviewed it. The worst printer I have personally used. Thoughts on worst printer I ever used, and I hate to say it. They were nice people, but the King Rune KP6. No, not KP6. That's their resin printer. That's actually good. KP3L. The King Rune KP3L? No, KP5L. Sorry, 5. Their 300 millimeter volume machine. It was garbage. I think I got a bad one, but it was garbage. Who was the Form Labs guy in the chat here? It's Boy in Space. So from TikTok, Ben, It's Boy in Space. When did the Neptune 3 Max release? I don't even know if it's publicly available yet. Honestly, I don't, sadly. Do I recommend Octoprint for remote jobs? I'm not a big fan of Octoprint, honestly, but if you want remote access, it's your only option when you're using Marlin firmware. So it can do a job just fine. I'm not a huge fan of Octoprint personally, but it works. it'll work and it'll do the job. And you can set up Octo everywhere and remotely access, and that is nice. This is my first print on this machine, yep. Max was available 2 weeks ago, but it sold out quickly. Haven't tried the Beagle Cam. They wanted to sponsor some stuff, and I just never really got around to a deal with them. So, haven't tried it. Do I prefer the Ender 5 Pro or the Ender 3 or Ender 3 V2? Personally, I prefer a basic Ender 3 and just do some upgrades to it if you're worried about it. Personally. Have I reviewed any of the smaller King Runes? I have a King Rune 3 KP3S as well. I never reviewed it. I never reviewed that. That also I had a bad time with. I had really bad luck with both KP of the King Rune printers. The KP5L, the problem with it was it on paper is a pretty solid machine. The problem with the King Rune KP5L was the X-axis belt. The belt on the X-axis had no adjustment. This has adjuster knobs. That had no adjustment, and my belt was so loose, it basically skipped a tooth all the time. And there was no way to adjust it. None. No option. So I would have had to design out of the box. You can check out that stream, actually. I have a stream of unboxing and setting that machine up on here, on YouTube. And you can see what happened. And I haven't touched the machine since. Because out of the box, I would have had to modify that, and I just didn't care to. What gadget for multicolor printing? I'm sorry. I would be happy to answer your questions. I can only answer so many questions, and if you spam, you're going to get muted, as Edivaldo there just got muted. I'm sorry. Aren't just about all the machines different OEMs and ODMs? Not all. Yes and no. Multicolor printing. Yes, sorry. Multicolor printing, the best thing on the market right now, unfortunately, is... Unfortunately. The Bamboo X1. The Bamboo X1 with the AMS system is your best multicolor option on the market right now. Bloop. That right there. It's the best experience I've ever had multicolor printing. It just is. I don't love the Bamboo X1 all over, but if you want a multicolor printer right now, out of the box, that's... Rodrigo, thanks for interacting with the chat. Happy having you here. Have yourselves a good one. I'm going to do a review of the X1 sometime soon. I'm going to do my 6-month roundup review of it soon, but I haven't got a P1P. I couldn't justify buying it, and they didn't send me one, so... P1P should work for multicolor printing using the AMS. I don't have any experience with it, and I've seen enough problems with the folks who do have them where I'm iffy on it. Haven't tried Soval IDEX setups. I haven't tried that. I've only tried 3 multicolor print systems, personally. I've tried the Palette 3 Pro, which is right behind me on the bench right now. Palette 3 Pro, I've tried a dual input extruder system from Fadis, the Tai Chi hot end, and in the Bamboo X1. And the only one that I've had consistent luck with is the Bamboo X1. I could probably count the number of multicolor prints I've had fail on the X1 on one hand, and it wouldn't even fill up one hand. When it comes to the Palette 3 Pro, I could count the number of completed prints that I've had on one hand. So, yeah. Main problems with the X1. Biggest problems with the X1 is its closed source nature. So if you want to dive deeper on tuning it, you can't. And the other problem is it's not tuned well enough out of the box for my liking. It's a shame about waste blocks with multicolor printing. Waste with multicolor is a huge problem. Morph Mixology with the super chat. Thank you very much. Still need to tune my flushing volumes. Yeah, flushing volume tuning is... I really, really wish that Bamboo would put a flushing volume test into the slicer. I see no reason they couldn't have a built-in model that you could test on and tune in, or do an auto tuning, you know? I haven't tried any artillery printers, no. My overall favorite printer, honestly, I really don't have a favorite printer right now. I really don't. Should I use linear rails and Core XY on my Ender 5 Pro? Look into the Mercury 1 build. Modbot just did a Mercury 1 Ender 5 Pro build. That's a solid option if you want to go Core XY and linear rails on the Ender 5 Pro. You can really unleash that machine then. Have I thought about reviewing any longer printers? They've reached out to me a couple times. But honestly, I'm at the point now where if a machine isn't interesting enough to me, I don't bother. And longer just doesn't have anything going for them that made them stand out. I can't spend a ton of time reviewing a machine that's basically an Ender 3 clone. Even if it has great features on it, it's just hard to justify the time. You can tune a little more with the Soft Fever Fork of Bamboo Studio. I am doing that. Like on my X1, I'm currently tuning in linear advance on different filaments, and I'm not using the LiDAR anymore. I honestly think the LiDAR is kind of garbage. Maybe for first layer sensing, but otherwise, the first layer, the LiDAR doesn't do anything in my opinion. I don't think the LiDAR flow calibration does shit. You're still printing a purge block with the X1. I have done multicolor prints on the X1 and eliminated the purge block. I have gotten away with it, but to get the absolute best results, you still want a purge block because you want to have it right there, and it's hard to talk. It's hard to explain. I should really do a video about tuning purging on the X1 and getting it to down. I got it down pretty far to the minimum level I could get it to. But there's still waste. There's always going to be waste. Think the P1P does perfectly fine without LiDAR? Yeah. Is the Mercury 1 Ender 5 Pro expensive? No, it's not. Fabrico. Check out Fabrico.com. Fabrieko.com. They have Mercury 1 kits. You have to print parts for it. It's not like a just bolt-on and only bolt-on mod, but you do have to print mounts and stuff to do it. I'm going to be doing a Mercury 1 build here on the channel very soon. Modbot just did one. M-O-D-B-O-T if you don't watch Modbot, Daniel's content. Yeah, you want to reduce the oozing, and that does help a lot. I feel like all the bed slingers are the same. That's kind of where I'm at with reviewing them. Longer, I've heard good things about longer printers, but there's nothing about them that stands out enough. And the problem is, when I review a machine, I have to put so much time into reviewing a machine that if it's not going to stand out, it's not going to get views. I said yes to this as a bed slinger machine because of the size of it. People liked my Cobra Max review as far as I could tell, and this is a competitor to the Cobra Max, so it's a great way. I can see value in reviewing this. I can't put the time into reviewing all these bed slingers all the time. Elegoo sent me the Neptune 3. The basic Neptune 3. I'm not going to review it. I like the machine, and I think it's probably worth reviewing, but nobody's going to watch it. And I have to value my time, unfortunately. And I would love to review every machine that I wanted to review. There's just not enough time. Loved your Cobra Max review. That's why I like. Is that direct drive? This is direct drive. Yes. Best slicer for the CR30. I've heard really good things about Kirimoto, and I've heard really good things about. I don't have a CR30. I've never used it, so I can't say for sure. Live stream is better than a review, less work. You're not wrong, and you get the views. These I don't get nearly as many views as any video. Live streams just don't get a ton of views. We had at peak here 150 people in here. Welcome, hello, awesome, love it, thank you folks. But you're only going to get so many views. Live streams are a lot easier, that's for damn sure. This is not Morph Mixology. This is not an all-metal hot end. It is Teflon lined. I don't have any belt printers. I've never used one. I've never had one. I've never really had any interest in it. What slicer do you like the most and why? I like Prusa slicer the most, personally. Hey, Daniel with the super chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. That direct support does make live streams worth it. Thank you very much. The belt printers. I've just never seen. This is thin sheet. It is not cast aluminum. I've never seen enough quality off of them for me to justify the space. They're neat, but is there even an upgrade path for the hot end on this? No and yes. That is the biggest weakness of this machine. It does not have an all-metal hot end, which I don't care about all-metal, but it uses a Mark 8 style hot end heater block, not a Volcano. That means this is going to be flow rate limited. This machine, for its size, is going to be flow rate limited. So if I'm trying to run a 1mm nozzle, I'm going to have to print very, very slowly on this machine, and that is a problem. The upgrade path for this machine, in my opinion, is CHT nozzle. CHT nozzle, maybe like a Micro Swiss heater block, a copper heater block from maybe like Slice Engineering. I was tempted to ask Slice Engineering for a heater block for this thing and try that out. An all-metal heat break, bi-metal heat break could be an option. You're not going to gain a lot of flow there. If a CHT nozzle is going to be the big thing on this one, I'd like to put a Volcano heater block on it, but then I have to design new part cooling fan ducts for it. So it's the same hot end as the Neptune 3 Pro. It is. What do you think about the V400? The V400 so far has impressed me. I haven't printed with it enough to give a solid opinion on it, but go Volcano block. I want to. You're going to lose build height, but you've got a 500mm build height. Who cares if you lose a little bit to a Volcano block? The problem is the part cooling ducts. The part cooling ducts are like, I'd have to basically redesign this entire housing. So build volume on this, super high me 420 weeds. You're gonna love this. The build volume on this is 420 by 420. It's made for you. It's 420 by 420 by 500. So enclosure for these is a minivan. That's not a bad option. Put it on a minivan. Hi, dude. Hi, dude. You have cooling problems with a CHT. You're only losing 11mm of the Volcano block. The bigger problem is part cooling. I would put a Volcano block in this, but part cooling's the problem. Don't get me wrong, I might figure that, I might play with it, but all the Neptune 3s are unfortunately out of stock, yeah. That thing makes my Ender 5 Plus look small. Yep. Hold on. Where's the bed? I've got a bed for the Ender 5 Plus here. Somewhere. Hi, Jekyll. Let's look at that while I look for the bed of this thing. Hi, dude. Oh, Jekyll. Cat scared himself. Okay, here it is. It's with all the parts for the build. I don't want to take it out of the box at the moment, but this is the build plate for an Ender 5 Plus. This is an Ender 5 Plus build plate. So, I mean, it's only like 50mm bigger, 60mm bigger, but it's definitely bigger. Any pros or cons about this? That cover is ugly. It is ugly. Do you plan on adding acrylic sheets around Reanimaker? I was intending to. I'm not 100% yet. I very well may. I may, but I haven't decided. Is the tool head rigid? I mean, it's on V-slot roller wheels, but it looks like it's pretty rigidly mounted. I can't tell. Maybe we could take it apart when we're done this. Do you have a Prusa Slicer profile for V400? I do. Email me. Hit me up in my email. I can send it to you. FL Sun sent me a profile for it actually, and it works pretty well. So alan@mandicreally.com. If you email me, I can send you the V400 Prusa Slicer profile. CR10 Smart versus Neptune 3 Max. Totally different use cases. Printing something small on a large printer. I know, these test files in these big machines are ridiculous. Oh, they sent it to you also? Okay. I'm using the Prusa Slicer profile from them. I like it. Post it on Thanks. I was thinking about that. I should post it so folks can get it, because I downloaded the Prusa Slicer profile. 3D Print Beginners profile. I don't know their profile. Is on Printables. That's not the same one. The one I downloaded off of Printables was kind of hot garbage. It was not nearly as good as the one that FL Sun sent me. The one on Printables was really, really slow speeds. It was not, I tried it and it was really bottlenecking the machine. So yeah. Would you recommend Prusa Slicer or Cura? I prefer Prusa Slicer personally. It's my preference. I like it better. It needs some updates, but the 2.6 update that's coming is going to be a lot better, supposedly. I don't know how to pronounce your Lupaw. Is it Lupaw? I don't know how to pronounce your name. There are two options. Okay, I must have missed the other one. The one I downloaded was not good. One normal and one fast. Maybe, I thought I downloaded the fast one, but I might have missed it. I don't know. Email me, hit me up, and let's compare. I want to make sure we have the same profile, because the one that I got is pretty damn good. Good profile. Yeah, just email me. alan@mandicreally.com. Is S3D worth it at all? No. No. I do not think it is. Have you tried Lychee Slicer for FDM? I haven't tried that yet. Have not tried it. I don't really have any interest in it personally, but 3D Musketeers is here. Welcome to the party. Super Slicer, Soft Fever, Cura. I like Soft Fever. Super Slicer's just too complicated. Even for me. Like, don't you have Instagram or something? Yeah, hit me up on Instagram, MandicReally. Same username on Instagram. I have TikTok, but you have to be friends with people on TikTok to chat, and I don't really add people much. But hit me up on Instagram. Super Slicer, Soft Fever, and Cura. I don't like Cura personally. I just really don't like Cura. I've been using Soft Fever, the Soft Fever fork of Bamboo Studio. I've been using it a lot. To me, the Soft Fever fork of Bamboo Studio is basically Prusa Slicer with the additions that I wish Prusa Slicer would put in. Supposedly 2.6 version of Prusa Slicer is adding those things. I don't know yet. Is this bigger than the Cobra Max? It is bigger than the Cobra Max. 420 by 420 by 500. Not a huge fan of Cura. Yeah, I'm not. I just don't like it. What's the best Delta printer? I can't say. I really don't. I don't have a good answer for that. I only have one Delta printer, and I've only ever had one Delta printer. It is the FL Sun V400. I like it. I'm by no means ready to recommend it. I like it. That's all I can say. Any updates on the Yes Welder? That's a good question. I meant to do a review of that forever ago. I'll talk. We'll chat at some point. When I get some time. I've got some work to do right after stream, but yeah. 420 squared. Weed fans were involved in this decision. Yeah. Favorite TV show of all time? I don't know. You know, I really, The Dark Preacher, I really haven't had time for designs lately. I really wish I did. I'm having a really, really hard time of figuring out, time. I'm having a hard time figuring out time. This Old House. I do love This Old House, and if you're not aware, This Old House has been uploading full episodes to YouTube. I've been watching those a bunch lately. This Old House is now uploading full episodes of their show to YouTube on their YouTube channel. So, like, I've been doing that a lot lately. And that's something, like, my wife doesn't hate watching. She hates some of the YouTubers I watch, so yeah. How fast can this printer print? I have no idea. I'll test it to some limits later on, but yeah. What was I going to say? I don't remember. I tried chatting on TikTok, but you didn't see it. I don't understand what's up with TikTok. They don't, like, I think some people can send DMs to other people if you're not friends, but I can't. So I don't know. I don't get messages from people on TikTok anymore. I'm the beginning of the stream and so many people ask about screwdrivers. The electric one you have, I have too. iFixit and LTT all have their own purposes. Totally agree. Totally agree. Like, I use all three of these on a regular basis. My iFixit, my electric, and the LTT. They all have their own uses, but yeah. Are there any silent fans for the Ender 5 Pro? Not for it, no. The Mosaic palette faded out of the press. The Mosaic palette faded out of the press. I hate it. That's why. Like, I hate the Mosaic palette. I do not like the machine. It's half-baked idea in some ways. I should really do a review of the Mosaic palette. I have a Palette 3 Pro. It's right back there in the dark corner. But it's hard. It's hard to say. Any thoughts on the Enraged Rabbit carrot feeder system? Neat. I've never built one. I have parts literally probably getting delivered today to build one, but I have no plans to build it at the moment. I ordered parts because they were on sale. I want to build one. I want to try it, but I haven't used it to say. It's a neat idea. I think it's going to have a lot of problems. I expect a lot of problems with it, but yeah. So, can't say more than that. The V400 is a pain in the ass sometimes. Really? I haven't printed with mine much, so I can't say for sure. Too bad about the palette. It looks like a nice tool, but it sucks. It's a lot of money for it is. It's a lot of money for what it is, and I could count the number of like good prints I had off of it in like one hand. It's so annoying. That machine just let me down left and right. It felt so welcome in the beginning. I haven't liked it since day one, so. Have you printed your own Sherpa Mini? Yeah. I ran a Sherpa Mini on the Budget V0 a couple of videos ago. I did a workshop vlog. My first workshop vlog, I put a Sherpa Mini on the Budget Voron V0 build that I did. So I put one on that, and I run a Sherpa Micro on Project Reanimator back there. The MakerBot replicator. I have a Sherpa Micro on that. I like those. I like them. They're a good budget direct drive option. I am not going to have a voice after this stream. I can tell you that right now. Can I show you something I made with my printer? I made this. I made this, the 250% grenade. It's big. Anyway, sorry, the Dark Preacher. You were asking about can cup designs. Any plans on building a K3? No. I'll come back to that. Designs. I really want to put out more designs, but I don't have enough time. The problem right now is producing YouTube videos is my primary focus, and it needs to be my primary focus because that's the future for me, I think. Focusing on the YouTube channel is the thing that's going to get me to make this career work. But right now, it takes me like all week to produce a video, so I don't have time to create designs right now. It's kind of really screwing up the flow. Yeah, folks on TikTok, I'm sorry, I'm paying more attention to YouTube chat. I can't pay attention to everything. Which one produces better quality prints, Cura or Prusa Slicer? In my opinion, I have seen a demonstrable back-to-back improvement with Prusa Slicer. I don't know if that holds up true anymore. That was a while ago. I haven't done a back-to-back comparison in a while, but I personally found back-to-back jumping from Cura to Prusa Slicer an immediate improvement in my print quality. Am I noticing any filament shortages? No, not so far. Hey, we're done. There's our little print. Our little print. Let me focus in on that a little. There's our print. Our completed little Buddha. Isn't it cute? Isn't it cute? Prusa seems to be more complicated for you. It takes a little learning, but honestly, now that I've like used it all the time, I find Cura overcomplicated personally. Just that laundry list of settings all on one page is so annoying on Cura to me. There's our little Buddha print. Base layer turned out awesome. I'm gonna move closer to the camera real quick and show folks a finished result on this. Whoa. What's the build volume on this? The build volume is, it is 420 by 420 by 500 millimeters. Let's see if we can focus on this. There is our finished Buddha print. Turned out pretty good. And I bumped the speed up to 125%, like a third of the way in. So somewhere around like here, I bumped the speed up to 125%. So not bad, not bad. Let's dial that down a little bit. All right. Ugh. Back to this. There we go, folks. Is the interface responsive? It is surprisingly responsive. Honestly, yeah. It's not very delayed. It feels pretty good to me. Sorry, getting this to focus in would be kind of difficult on the live right now. I don't want to spend a ton of time on that. Yeah. So that is the not Anycubic. Excuse me. I'm tired apparently. The same name twice. The double-edged sword. Focusing on YouTube in 3D printing often means you end up reviewing machines a lot, which takes away from creativity. 1000% agreed. 1000% agreed. And that's a problem I'm trying to work my way out of right now. And honestly, for 2023, I intend to move away from 3D printing stuff. Just tell you that. Not 3D print. That's not true. I intend to move away from all of reviewing machines on a regular basis and whatever. I intend to start building things and doing maker content and project builds and using 3D printing to build stuff, but 3D printing will not be the primary focus of this channel forever or moving forward. Building out your sound room, 3D Musketeer, 3D print jobs, but integrate my hobbies. Exactly. I plan to print like build things. Like yeah, the people I watch on YouTube most anymore are people building things, making stuff. And I want to do that. I have the skills. I'm the son of a carpenter. I built custom cars for a living. I'm a metal fabricator. I have experience in electrical. Like, there's so many things I could be applying to stuff, and I really want to work on that. I agree with the statement. Less builds in 2023, more practical printing. Awesome. Just say no to V-slot bed slinger reviews, and that'll cut down on 80%. I already say no. This is the first bed slinger review that I've accepted in a while. And only reason is just because of the sheer size. Like, it was too interesting to say no, you know? The sheer size of it. Let's see if the fans turn off. Like Michael from Teaching Tech? No. I like Michael's stuff, but that's not really the direction I'm probably going to go. My goal is, I'm about to build out a Fallout style radio. That's awesome. I like Fusion 360. That's what I used to design stuff in. Dom, you're back. Welcome. The direction that I intend to go is like, it's hard to explain. Okay, the channels that I really like watching are like NerdForge, Lara Kampf, Simone Yetch, Ivan Miranda. Colin Furs is too much for me, but he builds cool stuff. I want to start doing more like artsy and or just crazy builds and just build stuff. Like right now, I'm actually in the process of filming a video. I forget if this is the camera angle I want. Never seen Void Star Labs. This workbench over here right now, that workbench is in the process. I'm filming a video right now working on that workbench and redesigning it. I built it for something else and I'm like turning it in. It's going to be the main backdrop of the studio actually moving forward. It's going to replace everything that's behind me right now in the middle with that bench. And I'm working on like, on redoing stuff. So hard to explain, but isn't your wife creative too? Yes, my wife is a tattoo artist. My wife is a tattoo artist who was a graphic designer. And so yes, we absolutely have collab projects on the list. So Zach from Voidstar, Cranktown City, never heard of it. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, my wife is an artist, so we absolutely have plans for some stuff that is going to go that way. I don't want to give away a lot of it. That's why I'm working on the studio right now. I'm kind of in between where I'm turning the studio into more of a maker space. So I can just come in here, set things up, and like start building stuff. And that's the goal. 3D printing is not going away. We'll be using 3D printing probably on every project. And I'm still going to be doing machine builds and all stuff. Like, I still love this. I'm almost tempted to start a different channel to split things up. I don't know. I don't have time for that, so meh. If I could have only one printer, what would it be? Ooh. If I could have only one printer, only one, it would be my Ender 5 Plus. Heavily modified Ender 5 Plus. But that would be it, because it has decent size, build volume. I can do good quality work with it. And I'm converting it to a Mercury 1 soon, so it'll be fast. That would be my answer. I'm not saying that I don't recommend the Ender 5 Plus. I do not recommend buying that machine, but that would be my answer for myself. It wouldn't be your 2.4. I like my 2.4 quite a bit. The problem is my 2.4 is a 300 millimeter build volume. That's the problem. If I had built the 350 2.4, that would probably be my answer, but I didn't. I built the 300. I should have built the 350. My Ender 5 Plus can build 350 by 350 millimeter build volume. So that's pretty much where that comes down to. If I only had one machine, that would be it. And I'm not saying it's an easy choice by any means, but yeah. Can you make a bong out of it? What is my YouTube? YouTube is Mandic Really, MANDICREALLY. Do you use Clipper or Marlin? I use both. So I don't know. Only had one nozzle to work with. Whew. I don't have an all-around. I don't have a good answer for that. I'm sorry. I really want to try any company that sells full Voron 2.4 kits with printed parts. Yes. I can't say I recommend them, but yes. Seaboard. SIBOOR. I did a review of their Voron V0 kit not too long ago. It was not a good review. well, I think it was a good review. The review was not positive. But they also sell kits for a Voron 2.4. They also sell. Where was I? Oh, what am I drinking? Wawa iced tea. Wawa iced tea. Whew. Personal question, is your tongue split? It is. It is. I should have used that in the Copperhead video. I didn't even think about that. I try not to make a big point about it because I don't want to turn off people who might be weirded out by it. Purely curious, what's the basis in going vegan? I went vegan for health reasons. I have a lot of heart disease, diabetes, cancer, all of that in my family. I have a large extended family, a very large extended family, and those incidents are not insignificant of all those issues. So I went vegan for health reasons, and then I kind of just stuck with it. So Wawa, I thought it was Milo's. No, I don't even know what Milo's is. I saw you say that. I don't know Milo's. Interesting bottle. It's a standard. Any good, inexpensive Voron kits? There's FormBot. I've never used FormBot. I can't speak to their quality. I would honestly point you toward an LDO kit. LDO are good people. They stand behind their products. LDO, they have updated instructions that work with their stuff. That's the direction I would generally point you toward, personally. But best resin 3D printer, I don't have a good answer for that. I have an Anycubic Photon. Oh, I have an Anycubic Photon M3. I quite like it. I quite like that, but Formlabs Voron would be pretty sweet. It'd be very expensive. Ooh, Milo's is a brand you get at Walmart. Oh, I don't shop at Walmart enough, I guess so. All right, folks, I think I should probably jet. We've been doing this for about 2.5 hours now. We got this machine unboxed. We got our pathetically small first print off of it. I definitely am going to be pushing this thing. I got to get running it because if I'm going to review this thing, I've got a lot of prints ahead of me. So, yeah. All right, and I'm going to lose my voice if I don't jet here soon. So, I've got more work to do in the studio. Like I said, I'm working on revamping the studio into more of a makerspace. And I've got work to do so I can get building stuff. Excited to see where the channel goes in 23. Thank you. I appreciate hearing that. I've had really good response to like the little vlogs and stuff I've been doing lately. And that's definitely a direction we're headed towards, so cool. Milk in those types of bottles in Romania. We have milk in those bottles too. But actually Wawa, this company was originally a dairy. It's now a chain of convenience stores, so. Thought it was a sticker, it's so small. Yeah, it's a print. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much. Morph Mixology. Thank you, everybody. 3D Musketeers, Lupa, Christian, Jontron. Thank you all for being here. And I will catch you all in the next one. I don't know when or what the next one is, but hey. How do you know it's time to change the nozzle on your printer? If you're seeing like suddenly different results. Like I've had it in the past where I was using the exact same settings with the exact same filament and I was getting a lot of stringing. And changing a nozzle out when that happens, I find can be a pretty good option. It's worth trying. So, all right, folks, I've got a jet. Thank you all for being here. I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.